welcome to Holt Rock. I've come out here today on the new passenger ship. I'm gonna collect this kind of group of wee people here. I want to bring them back into Holt Town, show off some of the cool features on the boat. Hopefully get a good trip in. Now I know I'd said I was doing the part 2 this week for the survival, but haven't quite got around to figuring out how I'm going to edit that because I may have forgotten to press record. But besides the point, that's for next week, so we'll be seeing that one next week. So this is what we're going to be doing instead. So we're going to stick all these people. Oh my god, every single time. We're going to stick these people up on the roof. Well, not on the roof literally, but on the upper deck seating. Or the ones I can find anyway. Because these ones have just... Okay. Vanished? Would that be the correct word? I think it would be. Oh, there they are. All stuck under the hull. That needs painted. Should mention, just in case we see stuff like that. This is still sort of in work in progress. The idea is that by the time this video is uploaded, the ship will be done and the video will be uploaded alongside it. So yeah, still a few wee things that need sort of troubleshooting, but why didn't I pick one of them up? I can't climb up here. That was silly. Okay, we're gonna have to do this one at a time. Oh, okay, I'll get these guys sorted and then we'll get back to the video. I don't think the test is a strong enough word for how I feel about these NPCs. They're so annoying. But yeah, that's the last one, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we've got 6, 7 in the cabin down below. I think that's everyone, if not, too bad. So, let's get the boat started up. Battery isolators are on. So, usually have our tooltips on. So we've got engine, propulsion, vehicle doors, winches and pumps, electrics and lights. So they're all on the separate banks. One for engine and auxiliary, so that's the engine and then all the doors and stuff. And in the house for lights and electronics. And then everything's controlled by this master key up here. So that lights up the whole dash, lights up all the screens. See the screens, we've got the data link, and then we've also got GPS waypoint system. And then on this side, we've got a radar. Now, probably should have put these separately so that you can have the radar and sonar on at the same time. But I didn't do that, so yeah, I guess we're stuck looking at that intermittently. So what else? Get the engines started up. It is daytime, so we don't need any nav lights. That should be all right over here. So we'll just go down, close all the gates, make sure no one falls in. Actually, well, we can do it all from the boat. I was going to say we should get off and untie first, but everything can be done from the boat. I was going to spring off, but I don't think it's overly necessary. So, get that last rope. I think that was all. I only put 3 on, so I'd be surprised if any more appeared. Okay, so basically when we're using the boat, we have 2 modes. So one of them is cruising mode, so that'll give you both of your throttles on the incremental throttle on WNS, and then maneuverability port mode. So that way you've got both engines split between up and down for your starboard engines. So see if I press up. Oh, must have switched the wrong way. There we go. If I press up, we get ahead on the starboard engine, and if I press S, we get a stern on the port engine, and that means we can pivot the boat and do neat wee maneuvers like that. So now, if we spin the boat around using just the 2 of them, no rudder or anything, you can kick one in the forward and one in the reverse, and that spins the boat round. And then we press 2 again, that switches us back over. I need to figure out that engine stalling thing. That's really bugging me and I can't seem to figure it out. But yeah, now that we're back over onto cruising mode, we can just bring the throttle up and cruise along nicely, which is pretty cool, I think. I don't know why I haven't got this system in more boats. I'm considering retrofitting it to the big boat. And as you might have noticed, this is quite a fast boat. So the minute, doing 16 knots, I've only got 35% throttle on, and that's giving us a range of about 150 kilometers. So it's no slow coach. We're already basically at halt time. Well, not really, but still. So yeah, it'll not hang about. Top speed would be about 40 knots, which I am quite impressed by. I was expecting them maybe to do 25. In real life it's restricted to 20 just because of the type of boat it is, but see in real life. Although I have tried to make it as realistic as possible. I'll insert a wee clip here, and that'll be of the real life boat, and see how you think I did. So, start the tour off, I suppose, as you come on the boat. So you'll come on the boat from the side gates on either starboard or the port side. Both kind of mirror image. As you walk into the middle, we've got a little safety cabinet there. First aid, defibrillator, and we've got the fire equipment, so there's always pressurised water at all times. And that hose, because it's only a short... Oh, we cut that fine. Probably shouldn't have left the bridge for so long. Because it's such a small boat, we have the hose that reaches around the whole boat. So if you have a fire anywhere, you've always got pressurised water on hand. I should really go and check that we're not going to crash into anything. So you know what would probably be the better idea would be to slow down, because we're in no rush. It's only a short video, but it's not going to be that short if we're flying along. There we go. Just point us straight through the middle of the boys. So back to the tour. So where did we get to? We got safety cabinet and then the fire hose. So the fire hose reaches all the way around. Then we've got sort of a wee closet just with coats and stuff. If you have a lot of multiplayer players on, plenty of coats to kind of keep everyone warm if you're going up into the Arctic. Then we've got the refueling hatch. Now this needs a bit more detailing work, but I just can't think to put in. And it'll be painted a bit better as well. But wee hose, and then you can stick the fuel in the tank. The tank holds 20... Oh, I haven't connected that. But yeah, the tank holds 21 tons of diesel. So it is kind of split on both sides, but there is a connection over the top, and that way it means that you're not going to lose balance. You don't need to have any kind of cross feed system that will keep the boat balanced. We then come forward into the passenger cabin. So the passenger cabin has... I think it was like 40 seats in here. I think we've got 60 on the roof, 40 in here, and then sort of about 15 up the sides. So rough estimate. And yeah, you can see the whole boat up to 117 seats. I don't know how I got 117 because they're all even. So I must have missed one somewhere, but I am not going through 117 seats to try and find it, so it'll do for now. But yeah, plenty of room in here for plenty of passengers, NPC or multiplayer characters. And we've got a wee toilet in here. Pretty basic, but it's just to add a bit of detail. Don't need much. A few life rings dotted about the place. And then we go forward, just make sure I'm not going to hit anything. Yep. Come into the engine room. Now, engine room, really just so that you can access the engine if it gets damaged. We also have a bit of an emergency plug in here, so that'll charge this battery here, which is the engine battery. Yep. So that's your engine and auxiliary battery, and then your house battery's on the other side. These are always a pain to get off. See what I said? Okay, ignoring how I got out of there. I'm going to move that round so it faces the other way, and then maybe you can jump up that way. But yeah, it's something that always annoys me about Stormworks ladders. Then, just before we hit the beach, we've got another little storeroom up the front. So this has a few sort of welders, extra rope, bilge pump so in case you flooded in here, extra rope, plenty of extra rope, extra pipes, extra fire extinguisher, and there's duplicate of that on each side. And then, lastly, the anchor winch. So the anchor winch just drop the anchor up and down. That's about it. Not much more the anchor winch does than that. We also have these little doors here, so you can get in and out even when the electric for the big doors is off, which is something I need to add on the upper level so that you can get into the wheelhouse when there's no electric, but Just not quite sure how I'm going to do that yet. I might need to make it through the roof. Speaking of wheelhouse, let's get back and steer away from the land, because we want to try and avoid that at all costs. So, now that we're back on the bridge and back in control, picked up the speed a bit more. Now doing 40 knots, just about. So, yeah, flying, it does sort of restrict our range. We're only getting about 50 kilometers at that sort of speed, and that's at 60% throttle. So you can see where it kind of flies, doesn't it? Yeah, it's a very, very fast boat. Somehow, 2 large diesel engines, as you can see. But yeah, surprisingly efficient for how fast it is for the size of the boat. So, just to make things a bit more interesting, we're going to do a nighttime approach into Hull Harbour today. I mean, we've seen it plenty of times already, coming in during the day, so why not come in during the night? It's a nice evening for it. And it's glass calm as well. So, what we're going to do is we're going to put the boat onto the pontoon. So, little sort of short stay pontoon. Used it before for the tour boat. So we're going to press 2. That moves us over into. Must have pressed the right one. That moves us over into maneuverability mode, and we'll go ahead on the port engine and reverse on the starboard engine. Just keep an eye as we come around then. Got the handy reversing camera. Also make sure we can keep an eye on the passengers as well. Make sure no one's acting aged. Yeah, you can really see how sort of like this is no rudder input at all at the minute, and we've got still got a good amount of maneuverability between the 2 engines. That is what I need to fix. That is okay. That's the longest that's ever happened for. It's really weird. I don't get it. It just doesn't make any sense. Because the clutch is there, the clutch disengages, and the engine's still got throttle. But then as soon as you try and do anything, it just sort of messes about like that. It's very, very, very strange. I think probably just something to do with the thresholds I've got. Just aren't quite enough. So we'll just bring ourselves around a wee bit further. Got a decent enough view from here. Perhaps I should put the doors on the house battery, and that'll stop them kind of flapping about like that when you're driving along and the engines are stopping and starting, because that's apparently happening a lot. So we're just going to pull the starboard side back a wee bit more. Ugh, what an annoying noise. Okay, this boat is seriously taking the piss right now. I don't even know that it's the boat, because most of my sort of recent boats all have the same engine system in them. Right, what? Hang on, if I can get down to the engine quick enough, I can see what it is that's doing this. Or can I? Is it not getting enough fuel? See, it has a fuel pump, but it's still saying 0 liters. That's pretty weird. See, this is why I do these videos, because when I'm testing them out, everything always goes wrong when you're doing the video. So it's a good sort of indicator of what needs fixed. Yeah, definitely going to put the engines and the doors on different batteries. I think that's the only thing that makes sense to do. Okay, so coming back nicely at that. Let me just turn on infinite fuel and see if it's... Okay, so it's not fuel related then. because otherwise it would have stopped when I turned on infinite fuel. See, we're not getting any propulsion either. That's me full of stern on both of them. And it doesn't kick in until that stops happening. Okay, right, let's go tie up. Is this really, really weird the way it's doing that? I don't get it at all. Okay, put the front rope on first, and that way we can stop ourselves drifting back anymore. We're just going to sneakily... we're not going to jump over the side, I guess. Going to sneakily go all the way to the back of the boat, carrying the rope, jump off, and go back up to the front of the boat. Slick. Okay, set that there. See, look at this, expert parking right at the ramp. These people are walking no further than they need to. Okay, I'll put it back line on. That'll keep us from drifting too far forward then. Stick it on there, and then we'll pull the front end with the winch, and that'll pull the boat all the way into the jetty as close as it can get. Alright, I think that's us docked and good to go. So I'm just going to run up and knock the engines off. Don't want anyone getting off and then falling in and getting sucked into the propellers. It would just be terrible for everyone involved. They should settle themselves down. So yeah, what have we learned this video? Well, I've learned I needed to go and troubleshoot that engine thing. I already had a fair idea, like, but now I know for certain. What is that one? That's the deck lights upper. Okay, we don't need them on now. Oh, yeah, I don't know. If anyone's got any ideas as to why that's happening, if I haven't already figured it out by the time this is going up, then yeah, please let me know. I would greatly appreciate it. I just find it really weird that it says 0 litres coming through on the fuel and the air, because they both have pumps on them. Could just be because the engine's off. Maybe that's not the pressure that's coming in. Maybe that's just the pressure that is when it's on. Because it'll shoot up again once it's on. It's just when it's off that it sort of freaks out like that. Oh, this great door. Okay, guess we're stuck down here. I'd say as you watch this will be available in the workshop. So I'll put a link in the description. And yeah, check it out. Tell me what you think. And yeah, see if we've fixed the issue or not. Hopefully we have. I don't want to post it without that being sorted, because that's really, really annoying. The way it just kind of jams in and gets stuck in the starter motor. So yeah, hopefully I can sort that out. Wish me luck. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, and until next week, which will be the extension of the part 2 of the other episode of the career mode we did this last week. Until then, see you later. Bye bye.